good news coming in. The Noida authorities saying that residents will be allowed to return to their homes post 6:30 p.m. So that's one really nice indication that everything has gone successfully. Some damage to the walls between the societies, but nothing that can't be fixed in a few days. Today has been a really good result as far as the execution of that demolition is concerned. And let's not forget, Nabila, in a short while from now, at about 6:15 p.m., we are told that Edifice will be holding a press conference as well to detail how this demolition took place. Really looking forward to that, Nabila, because the science of this spectacle will be revealed at that time.
Absolutely, Shiv. Right now, even as we speak, I'd like my cameras to pan here where the towers once stood. The Twin Towers that once stood have been all down, is now all down to dust. And from what we hear by the Noida authorities, the team of Edifice, of course, apart from that, the jet demolitions, the CBRI, as well as Noida officials, they've all begun structural analysis of the buildings in the vicinity. So right now, even as we speak, they're all attempting to give security clearance to people living in the vicinity to come back. So 6:30 is the ideal time that they've said you can come back. It was earlier said to be 5 p.m. But now we hear that 6:30 p.m. is the right time for residents to come back if they want to. Now, as of now, as we speak, the structural analysis is currently underway by experts. They're trying to take a look at the buildings right adjacent to the Twin Towers to see if they've had any kind of damage, any kind of cracks that have developed on those buildings. All of that is right now being assessed. But these are works of the experts, Shiv. It's going to take a little while for the experts to really establish whether or not there has been damage. But one thing's for sure, that if there is damage to your property as a resident and a local there living in the vicinity of Supertech Twin Towers, if there is any kind of damage to your property, then be sure that it will be compensated. As far as we know, that the Edifice as a company will be compensating. They will be contacting the RWAs to understand if any local resident and their house has been damaged, then money will be given in terms of compensation. This is going to be another few weeks it will take for some kind of checks and balances and for the entire dust to settle. As we see that the demolition has been successful, but all the post work in terms of clearing the debris, bringing the people safely back, will cars be allowed into the basements today? Will debris be moved out of those basement areas so as quickly for the cars to actually enter the Emerald Court? That's the big question. But apart from that, all the structural analysis is happening even now as we speak. For now, we believe that the Noida authorities, the CEO of Noida has said 6:30 is the ideal time. One more thing, Shiv, I'd like to highlight here, the explosives that were laden on those Twin Towers. You know, it's a matter of habit, I guess. For the last 8 hours, I've been looking at those Twin Towers, and I'm amazed to see right behind me that it's no more there. Every time I look behind, I'm quite awed with the fact that it's completely disappeared. It's literally down to dust. So the towers that once stood is no more there. It was all brought down using explosives, 3,500 kgs of it. Now, if there are any kind of leftover explosives, by chance, any leftover explosives, that is now being checked thoroughly by the Edifice engineers. They're looking through the rubble there, is what we hear, to ensure that any kind of leftover explosives is cleared out at the earliest, because it could be dangerous. We know that this was a highly sensitive charge zone until now, until the blast took place, and now post the blast all the leftovers will be moved out. Not too sure if every part of the explosives has imploded as per plan, and if it hasn't, then it's the job of the Edifice management and their engineers now to move it out to a safe location. For now, locals are very relieved for the fact that there's no visible damage. From what we see, the dust has settled, no visible damage, but apart from some kind of cracks we hear and some glasses shattered, nothing else for us to worry about as of now. And for the air right now where I'm standing, if I can ask my camera to pan here, this is the water that the Noida authorities have already sprinkled on the road that I'm on as well, so that the dust settles. It's now a nice cool breeze after the scorching heat when we saw the building go down. It seems like a pleasant affair for residents to come back by 6:30. Nothing to worry at all as per what we see.